An enum is a kind of construct that you can use to make your code easier to work with. The enum construct is useful when you want to create a method that has multiple modes. A good example is the constructor for the CryptoStream class that you used in Lesson 3.2. The CryptoStream constructor accepts CryptoStreamMode.read or CryptoStreamMode.write as one of its arguments. This is a simple enum. Enum is short for enumerator. Enumerating something literally means assigning numbers to it. An enum takes meaningful names and assigns numbers to them. To begin this lesson, open the Mathland project from your sample files folder. And open sequences.cs. Now let's examine the getSequence method. This method uses an int argument named sequenceType to determine the type of sequence it will generate. The code contains comments explaining the meaning of each possible sequence type, but without these, it would be very difficult to understand what is going on. You can clarify the code without needing comments by using an enum. Let's now create a new enum for the sequence types. Add the following code outside any methods. Private enum math sequence type arithmetic geometric triangular square. Now we'll use your new enum in the getSequence method. Change the line that begins the getSequence method to private list int getSequence math sequence type sequence type. Several errors appear, but you'll fix them shortly. Change the line if sequence type equals 0 to if sequence type equals math sequence type dot arithmetic. In the same way, change the if statements for the geometric, triangular, and square sequences to use the new math sequence type enum. This code is now much easier to understand and doesn't need any comments to explain it. Now you'll have to fix some problems that have been introduced in the populate sequences method. Because the getSequence method has changed, you'll need to change the lines that call it. Change the line object to populate dot arithmetic sequence equals getSequence 0 to object to populate dot arithmetic sequence equals getSequence math sequence type dot arithmetic. And in the same way, change the other calls to the getSequence method to use the new math sequence type enum. Again, this code is now much easier to understand. It also reduces the chance of making a programming error. An enum is really just an int variable with meaningful names assigned to its numbers. This means that you can use the cast conversion method to convert an enum into an int and back again. For example, you could convert the number 1 into a math sequence type object by using the following code. Math sequence type my type equals math sequence type 1. In the same way, you could convert a math sequence type object back into an int by using the code int my int equals int math sequence type dot geometric. The cast conversion method is covered in session 5 of the Essential Skills course in this series. Now let's test the page. View sequences.aspx in your web browser. Choose a sequence and click Get Sequence. The sequence is returned correctly, proving that your code is working. An enum object doesn't take up any more memory than a standard int variable, so there's no good reason not to use them to make your code clearer and easier to understand. As well as making your code more readable, enums also make methods easier to use. This makes them particularly useful in class libraries. You'll learn more about class libraries in Lesson 4.4. Close your web browser now and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 4.3, Create an enum.